Good job, Dad. Very good job. Kid always blows them up. Okay, our next performer is a bass. Is Mr. Craig Harris, accomplished trombonist, composer, and music director, celebrating 50 years as a musician. Residing in Harlem, Craig has toured throughout the world. He started playing Sunday in 1976 and was a composer of the film Judas and the Black Messiah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Harris.
Hey, hey, hey. Yes. Whenever y'all need me. You're welcome. Where's Craig? Where is Craig?
It's so hot. Is it me? Are you hot?
No.
It must be me.
It's nice out there, nice and breezy.
Yeah, I do have a breeze, but that's so hot.
You got the trees, the shade, you know. With no trees, you really.
I know. I've been outside sometime. That sun was like, damn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mr. Craig couldn't make it, stuck in traffic. But we'd like to introduce a senator that's been a great friend of the community and a great friend of Mrs. Cordell Flair. Our next speaker is Senator Robert Jackson of the 31st Senatorial District. Senator Jackson is also a former council member. He served with the former Council Bill Perkins in New York City Council. Senator Jackson has a combined service record spanning over 3 decades. He began his activism around improving public education for our children as a school member years before becoming a public elected official. Like Bill Perkins, Senator Jackson is a marathon in both the track and off. Similar to the New York City Marathon, Robert Jackson's career, path, and many uphill battles resulted in tremendous victories, including defeating independent Democratic Conference candidate and helping to regain a Democratic majority in the New York State Senate. Winning much-needed funds for New York City's public schools in the campaign for fiscal equity, and most recently, winning a hard-fought election in his newly drawn district, West Harlem, all the way into the Bronx. Perkins and Jackson not only shared a love for running, a history of taking on challenges, they also shared a strong bond and even referred to each other as brothers from another mother. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robert Jackson.
Action Jackson! Action Jackson!
Wow, I think I'm down after that. But let me just say I'm so happy to be here and honoring 2 men that I love and adore. Charlie Rangel, known around the world, more so than anyone else for Harlem. And my brother from another mother, Bill Perkins. And let me just say this to all of you. When I had a press conference more recently at the election that I had on August 23rd, Charlie Rangel was there, and he spoke about what the most important thing, 3 things that anyone can have. And let me tell you what he said. He said, education, education, education. And I said, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, Hispanic, Asian, whether you're rich or you're poor, education is the key to uplift all families. And I know that as a result of education, lifted myself and my family. And let me tell you about Bill Perkins. Bill Perkins and I, when we were in the city council together, we used to go to most events together, mainly because I had a car and we would just run from one place to the other. And so we were totally together everywhere we went, because Bill represented the 9th Councilmanic District, which is mainly Central Harlem, but other parts also. And I represented the 7th Councilmanic District, which included West Harlem, Washington Heights, and Inwood. So we were buddies all the way through our tenure in the city council. Not only that, Bill Perkins is known as the Marathon Man. And if you don't know, He's run about 13, 14 marathons. And I ran my first marathon in 2007, and he said he would meet me at, I think, 125th Street. He met me at 125th Street, and he ran with me all the way through Harlem, the number on, so obviously the last, I guess, 2/10 of a mile, he couldn't go the distance. But I don't know if I could have finished in the time that I had, which is 3 hours and 38 minutes, at age 50, mind you. I could not have accomplished that without my brother being there to support me all the way. Bill Perkins, let me thank you for your being my brother and your love, and also your wife sitting next to you. She is part of you, and you are part of her, stuck together like cement glue.
Yes.
You can't be part. But what's most important to know that Bill Perkins, as a member of the City Council, was always on the front line, never willing to be second place. And so, as you know, when myself and other elected public officials in Manhattan and Harlem endorsed Hillary Clinton for president, Bill Perkins said no, Barack Obama. And obviously we all got on board, but he took the lead and was, not looked at favorably by quite a number of people because he didn't go along with the status quo.
Tell the truth.
But Bill was not a status quo person. He was the one that basically said, we have to get rid of these rats in Harlem all over the place. And he had a big press conference where press came, and there you could see them going, woo, woo, dodging rats, that we were communicating and showing them how many rats were in our neighborhood. And that's now all over the city of New York. The rat population is several million, more so than New Yorkers. But so, Bill, you're my brother. I love you. You've always supported me, and I've always supported you. Let me talk about the Congress member. Congressmember Rangel, no matter, I've said to him this before, he is the ambassador for Harlem everywhere he goes. Around the world, they bow to Charlie Rangel. Oh, leader. He's a leader that basically has put his life on the line for our community. So many years he served in the U.S. Congress representing us, and I'm so proud to say that he was and still continues to be my Congress member. And as you know, once a Congress member, always a Congress member. Once a leader, always a leader. And as I said, Charlie Rangel is known all over the world. All he has to do is walk. And they say, is that Congressman Rangel? I said, yes, it is. Oh, let me go and get his autograph. And they're running to try to get his autograph because he's so popular now. And not only that, his history in the U.S. House of Representatives is why he's there. And so, Charlie Rangel, let me thank you for your leadership and your wise, your communication to me on political matters. I turn to you as someone that has been there and done that. So let me thank you for your leadership. And with that, my brothers and sisters, I say to all of you, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you. Our next speaker is Mr. Senator Kevin Parker.
Yes, sir!
Thank you, Vito. How's everybody doing? Harlem, are y'all in the house?
Yeah!
I'm State Senator Kevin Parker. I represent the 21st District in Brooklyn, which is Flatbush and East Flatbush, Midwood, Dippers Park, Windsor Terrace, and Park Slope. I'm the Majority Whip in the New York State Senate, and as well as the Chairman of the Energy and Telecommunications Committee. And I'm glad the brother didn't give me no big speech last week. School started, I did one of the assemblies. I'll tell you, you know how it is. I went to the school, they started talking about my bio, used to work for the city council, used to work for first Governor Cuomo, worked for Carl McCall, worked for Hillary Clinton. Little girl stood up in the front row and said, what's the matter, mister, you can't keep a job? So, I'm glad he didn't go through all the whole thing today. But today, I could do no less, and saw it no robbery to come to Harlem to really help magnify the names of two legends. And let me just say, I wish I could call them brothers, but for you to be a brother, you have to really kind of be on the level with them, and I never was. That I came up watching Charlie Rangel as a young person wanting to be in politics. Again, literally having worked in government my entire time, Charlie Rangel was the aspiration. And not necessarily in terms of longevity, but impact on the community. And not just, as you heard RJ say, not just in the Harlem community, but globally. And so we honor you, we thank you, Charlie Rangel, for all that you have done, and all you will continue to do. And in this moment, I can express nothing but gratitude to you. Because even when I was working in government as a staffer, you were never too big to notice me, and to encourage me, and to give me a pat on the back. And I can't tell you how much that meant to me and how much it influenced me. And on the days that I get too tired to get up and go serve my community, I think of you and the important work that you do and how you never got tired for us. You never got tired of doing the work. You never got tired of fighting the good fight or speaking truth to power. And so thank you for all that you have done. And yeah, please applaud this brother. You can't applaud him enough. And to Bill Perkins, who I had a chance both to serve with and to serve for, I gotta tell you, the first time I met Bill Perkins, he almost brought me to tears. I was a staffer, and I did something wrong, and he read me the riot act. I thought I was gonna run out of that place and never speak again, and never speak to anybody in government again. Y'all know Bill know how he is, right? But our time in the state senate was one of our most productive. He helped not only just help us flip the Senate, but to bring really meaningful equity to the work that we were doing in that place. The Healthcare Act. Bill wrote that first legislation on that. People don't realize that. Right? When you talk about the HALT legislation, which got rid of solitary confinement, Bill Perkins wrote that legislation first. Right? A lot of the work that we see around criminal justice about equity in our government, in the state legislature, Bill Perkins was the first one and was leading the charge on those issues when they were not popular. And so I will never forget the kind of intrepid voice and the kind of vanguard that he stood on every single day to make sure that not only was the voices of people of Harlem heard, but underrepresented voices from the entire state of New York were heard because Bill Perkins was there and was going to make sure that the important things that were important for not just his community, but all of our communities were done. And so today, we come here to honor these men. And we honor them for all that they have done and all they will continue to do, not just for the work that they've done in their respective positions, but the inspiration they have given to people all over our communities. And so we say thank you. We say Modukwe. We say Asante Sana. And we cannot thank you all enough for all that you have given us and all you will continue to do. God bless you all. Remember, Harlem, we are the people who were here the day before yesterday. And we're going to be the people who are going to be here the day after tomorrow. So all of us, in the name of Charlie Rangel, in the name of Bill Perkins, we must continue to bring good into the world and let no good be lost. God bless you all.
Our next speaker, his first speaker, is Assemblywoman Inez Dinkins of the 70th District. She is also a former councilwoman of the district and represented Harlem for over a decade in public office. However, her leadership in the district began long before her public service career. She also served alongside our esteemed congressman for almost 2 decades as his co-district leader of the Martin Luther King Jr. Democratic Club, and for many years before that as a dedicated and active member. One of the most precious titles she holds was not won in an election. It was earned throughout her years of unwavering friendship, loyalty, and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the political wife of Charles B. Rangel, Assemblywoman Inez Dinkins.
Thank you so much. Harlem in the house? Hallelujah. Is Harlem in the house? That's what I'm talking about. Before I congratulate all of the honorees, I want to thank our district leaders who served without remuneration, like Hilda Solomon, like William Allen, like Cordell Claire did for years, like I did, like RJ. Hey, John Lou, how are you? And so many others, and Al Taylor, and Ernestine Bell Clipper, that all serve without remuneration, because without them, there is no us. And they're the communication and the liaison between the community and the electeds. And since I was a district leader for years, Jeff Eaton, without remuneration, I know what it is to be the grunt worker. And so I want to thank you. But I want to congratulate both Congressman Rangel and, of course, Senator Bill Perkins. Bill and I go back, along with Pam, before any of us were elected to anything, including district leader. That's how far back we go to, as being the youth of the Democratic Party. So we were active for a very, very long time before we ever thought about running for public office. When we were just running up to Albany and to the various meetings and trying to learn the process. I see Kyle Ishmael is out here. Thank you, Kyle, for being out here. You know, and I want to thank Vito and Bunny. And of course, our esteemed state senator, Cordell Clear. Come on, give it up for them, give it up for them, give it up for them, give it up for them. That's what I'm talking about. For the work that they have done to put this together, but more importantly, for the work that they have done for decades. I don't see where Bunny is. Bunny ought to be up here. Bunny, where Bunny? Come on up here, Bunny. I see Pastor Ramos over there, but Bunny and Vito and all of these electeds that you see here, John Rue, Kevin Parker, and we go back to when we used to fight in the streets, the two of us, Al Taylor, Cordell Clear, R.J. Jackson, Bunny, I want to thank all of you. Hey, and we've been joined by our new assembly member from over the east side, Eddie Gibbs. And of course, Virginia Fields is here, everybody's here. And our state committee person, Londell Davis, is in the house. But really, the work that Bill put in, where's Wilma? Wilma Brown, where's Wilma? Wilma Brown, hey Wilma, our district leader from the 70th Part C. Thank you so much. But I want to thank Senator Bill Perkins for the work that he's put in over the years of fighting, standing alone, standing up when it was an unpopular issue. But he knew it was the right thing. He stood up and did it anyway. And he took a lot of claps on the back about it too. So I just wanted to say to you, Bill, thank you so much for dedicating your life to this community, for dedicating your soul, for allowing Pam, you allowed him to do this. Because in your heart, you were a public servant as well. And so I want to thank you, Pam, because oftentimes the woman is forgotten. But Pam, you were the wind underneath that man's wing. So thank you so much. Now, to Congressman Rangel, who is like, he's like my buddy. He's the one next, he's like my twin. He's like the senior part of my body that grew faster than me and got born earlier. But nonetheless, he has held me down. He has held this community down. He stood up when they wanted to take away, when the Republicans said we're going to do away with Social Security. This was the first congressman that stood up all by himself and said, no, you will not. He got the Black Caucus together so that they stood up together, united as one single voice to push back and protect Social Security, because our seniors have worked for decades and put their money into that system and then not be allowed in their golden years to be able to get back on just a little bit of it for a few years. And so I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for the Empowerment Zone that has now become a national monument and testament to your fortitude and your work. And with all of that, and you were one of the first that stood up for LGBTQIA rights in the armed services. You wrote legislation on that. But in addition, just the latest thing that this man put together at City College, right here in our community, at City College, he put together while he was still in office, and it was completed by Congressman Rangel Espion, is the Charles B. Rangel Infrastructure Institute, which is in our community to educate our kids. And I was able to meet 10 of the kids that are already enrolled in that. They just had the ribbon cutting ceremony. That this is an institute to teach our kids what is going to be the jobs of today and tomorrow. It's going to be jobs that deal with the environment. It's jobs that's going to be able to deal with the warming of our world. And it's going to be able to deal with economics. And he was the mind, the brain that put together this institute that is for black and brown youngsters to be able to attend this institute in order to be prepared for the jobs of today and tomorrow. So, Congressman, I wanted to say thank you on behalf of the entire village that has been good to you, and in turn you've been good back to us. We're not always appreciative to Bill and to Congressman Rangel, to the senator. We don't always say thank you. We don't always stand up and say job well done. But today, the village stands up under the umbrella of our senator, Cornell Clear, and Vito, and Bunny, to say thank you. The village is eternally grateful to the both of you for the work that you have done. God bless the both of you. May God continue to bless you with a strong mind, body, and spirit. God bless and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Y'all lose.
All right, well, listen, we got to change the program, okay? Our congressman has decided he will be speaking next, okay?
I love it.
And they said, you get me into trouble. If that wasn't an introduction, I'm going to take advantage of it. Ain't going to get better than that, correct? All right? First, let me make certain
Sir,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
necessary to state
You can get a shot. You can get a shot.
go to the
public
other side.
official. I know teach him. How many events you have to attend and how precious you
My
feel.
fault about that.
For those of you who travel the country, won't forget me. And won't forget this. So, it means a hell of a lot to me, but I know what it took for running this spot. So, let's hear it from our public officials. Put this together under the leadership of Senator. We want to tell you that I thought it was just something that's going to be in the end of the park. It's soon after the beautiful, wonderful, memorable event. And God is shining on us and giving us not only this beautiful weather, but so many people who God has blessed with their health.
Well, turn around,
Come
Cordell.
out on a gorgeous day like this. I would like to empty my heart, but the afternoon is not that long for me. And my wife, Alma, wanted so badly to be here, but both of us are meeting the challenges of a beautiful life, and I will not be able to stay for the entire event. But you can bet one thing, I ain't thinking about leaving until I pay tribute to my old buddy, Bill Perkins, who's done so much for so many others. Inez talks about her relationship with me, she and Lonnie. And as I look at who's on the stage and remind myself of the leadership of Bill Perkins, I am reminded that life is just a short run, and what all of us can accomplish in this short period is what we're here to do. There are so few people like me that are able to say that I've been married for close to 60 years, been in public service all of my life, and I have never had a bad day. Every time I saw a problem, God was not only there, but you were there, your dad, your moms were there, and their parents was there. To live through decades of generations and to talk these things over with Lonnie and with Inez, it's just letting you know that now the responsibility is in your hands. Things have changed dramatically since I was elected in 1971. They even has changed dramatically when I retired in 2016. But as the Sam Cooke song goes, it takes a long, long time to turn it around. And as John Lewis has said, it's up to us if we want change to make some trouble. Not to give up, not to give in, and not to give out. So, when I think about Inez, who worked so hard as a district leader, so that so many of us could become public officials, and the work that she's done in the city council, I thank her and our county committee and the president of our club for all they've done to be the wings under my wing. When I think of the leadership that Adam Clayton Powell gave, not only to Harlem, but to the country, as the only black voice we have in the United States to speak for us. And as the time changed, Lloyd Perkins was right there with Hugh and Jack and so many others, passing the baton to people that you never have met. And so we've had the Davises, we've had the Suttons, we've had the Pattersons, but I was just joking with Bill Perkins. He was just a young kid from just above on 10th Street. And he was right there biting our ankles, making certain we did it right. And when he did fight and earn the job, he not only took it, but as everyone said, he had the courage to stand for what he believed, and not what the people wanted him to believe. So, I just want to personally join those with the accolades and say how lucky both of us were to have the confidence of our community, which gave us the strength and the courage to do the things that other people could not do. And so to all of you, my wife and I sincerely thank you for what you've done. And you ain't getting rid of me, not right now. Thank you.
Y'all don't know how to
We're gonna stand for a minute. So, you know, the program is taking a turn. It happens. So we're gonna do something a little different. We have some presentations.
My bad, I didn't see it.
And we're gonna do that right now, right, Vito Jones?
Yes, we
Okay,
are.
and
Yes.
there you go. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of cameras, and I know y'all want these pictures. I promise you, we'll stay up here for you, but could y'all just park like the Red Sea so that the people behind you can see what's happening, okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We're gonna stay here. You're gonna get opportunities to take pictures, but we want everybody to enjoy what's happening, okay? Yes. All right.
I want to make sure I'm here for Bill Perkins, so I don't know how long.
No, it's gonna take. They're gonna do it very quickly, and we will. They got it.
I'm sorry. Just think, okay. Yeah, I was just saying people just don't have etiquette. Like they see video cameras and don't even get down. Get that real stuff. They both look so good, don't they? Yeah. So good.
I just want to shout out Paula Diamond Lamont. She was here earlier. Paula, where are you, District Leader? Paula, where are you? Oh, okay, you're still here. And Curtis Arlock. And I want to give a special shout out. We talked about Inez Dickens and the Martin Luther King Democratic Club and Charlie Rangel, who have provided great leadership in this community over the years. But, you know, I would be remiss not to mention our very first club, okay? Sojourner Truth Democratic Club. Come on now, 68 Part D. Huh? You heard?
I love it.
Hey, listen, history is history. Yeah, so then I gotta also shout out, we have another Harlem club that has carried on the leadership in this community, and you see our district leader, Wilma Brown, from the Fred Samuels Democratic Club. Yes, Part C, okay? And then, you know, I couldn't even come around this block anymore if I didn't mention my own club, the Michelle Obama Community Democratic Club, 70th Assembly District, Part A. And my co-leader, I don't see him, I don't know where he's at, William Allen. Here's District Leader William Allen. All right, good. William is from the Uptown Democratic Club. He's also from Part A. All right, Uptown. There's a lot of other clubs. We're going to mention all of them. But I just wanted to get those ones out. Coincidentally. Oh, of course. So we're going to talk about that one. Okay.
Hello, everybody again. As you all know, my name is Bunny. I am the CEO of Harlem Honors Awards. So what I've been doing, I give out awards to people who do a great thing to the community. I see some of my honorees are here in the building. I see Maria Davis. I see Eleanor. I see my partner Vito. And I see Tiffany. And I also see Sylvia. So this part of the show, we're going to present the awards to these pioneers, these legends. So the first one will be Charles Rangel, given by my honoree Sylvia.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. He is a true son of Harlem. He was born in Harlem and he lives in Harlem to this day. He is a graduate of DeWitt Clayton High School. He is a graduate of New York University and a graduate of St. John's Law School, all located in New York City. He is a decorated Army veteran. He is the honoree. He has received a Purple Heart and the Bronze Star. Thank you for his service in the United States Army, a decorated war hero. He is an attorney. He was a member of the Gang of Four with David Dinkins, Basil Patterson, and Percy Sutton. He is also a member of A Phi A fraternity. He is a fearless warrior for the rights and dignity and equity of the Harlem community. He fought for anti-poverty legislation to bring funding into our community. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce and to present this award to a man who was praised personally by Nelson Mandela. It is my privilege to present this award to the Honorable Charles B. Rangel.
Sorry. Okay, one more.
I truly have to, I wouldn't be right if I don't mention my committee, my beautiful ladies that helped Harlem Artists to be what it is today. I'm going to have a big show in 2023, and I hope a lot of y'all will come. We don't have a date yet, but it's going to be a big show, so I have to shout out Nicole, Mary, and Donna. And I forgot to mention one of my favorite artists, Al Taylor. How did I forget him? So, the next award for the legend, Bill Perkins, will be given by Al Taylor.
Hi, good evening and good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Listen, I know y'all have been here for a minute, and I can appreciate that. We're in fall, into summer, but how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Listen, I want you to remember this date that you were here when Harlem loved on Harlem leaders. So make some noise for our Harlem leaders. We ain't new to this, we true to this. We hold Harlem down. And if you're in Harlem, you're from anywhere else, you will have a visa until you leave this perimeter. So make some noise. Thank you, people alive. These men have dedicated their lives when it wasn't popular, when it wasn't sexy, when people didn't want to live in our neighborhood. They did what needed to be done so we could withstand where we lived ourselves, all right? Okay, so here we go. I am so honored and so pleased to be able to stand here to my colleague. I remember the first promotional pictures, I'm going to call it promotional pictures, Bunny, when he was running for city council. He didn't have all of this technology and everybody and 50 people deep. He had then Assembly Member Herman Denny Farrell, chair of the county party, chair of the state party, out one Saturday morning taking his promo pictures for his election. So we stood up right there on 136 and 137th. We took these pictures, and those were the pictures that you would later see and come to know this man as a fighter for Harlem, a fighter. But the great thing about what these men have done, especially our two honorees right here, is that they didn't just fight for us. They fought for justice and equality and fairness, and when that happened for us, everybody else got an opportunity to benefit. Look around and y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? So listen, council members, senators, district leaders, former Deputy Chief Clerk for New York City Board of Election, The pioneer, the one that said, nah, I got to go with Obama. Who? Obama. What? Obama. Now everybody know who he is. But back then we like, well, what's wrong with Bill? Come on, y'all know we got somebody out there. What's wrong with him? Because he saw and he understood and he wasn't afraid to step out and take what was necessary. And I just want to remind you that when we think about these men, when we think about our children, when we think about our future, it does not come easy and it doesn't happen because they're the most popular. Is that right, Sir Bill? He said, you're right. I feel encouraged to go on another hour, but they only told me I got 2 more minutes, so I'm going to get up out of here. But I want to share this, and they clocking a brother too, because I can preach on you. So I was on my way to Chicago one day, and I started to walk. It was a walking tour, 780 miles against gun violence from New York City to Chicago. So I went to my councilman, and I said, what advice can you give a brother, because he's a marathon man. He said, well, just tackle the hills. I'm like, hills? We ain't got no hills in Harlem. So I went up to Inwood, Fort George Hill, and I kept walking up and down those hills, and then I went to the steps at 155th at Rucker Park. But when I was walking through Indiana, through those hills, I remember what my brother said, be prepared to conquer the hills. And they've conquered a lot of hills, so let's celebrate this with them. I am so proud to present Harlem honors to my good friend, our good friend, none other than Mr. Bill Perkins. Y'all need to get up out of them seats all doggone day. Stand up and make some noise. Honor is due where honor is due. And I want to thank Bunny. What's your real name? Susan. Okay, I want to thank Bunny.
Ma'am.
And where's my award for Bill? I'm sorry. We're going to have his wife present. Right there. Oh, she wants some. Here we go.
Right behind, right behind. Straight ahead. One more right here for me.
Yes, yes.
Give it up, Harlem Honors!
So thank you to our presenters. You know, I had to take the mic because Al Taylor will make y'all give up a collection and start paying tithes. But anyway, this is such a beautiful coming together. I want to acknowledge that our city council person is here, Council Member Richardson Jordan. And this is the appropriate time. Come on, Pam, you have something to say.
Come on, Pam.
I'm going to speak instead of Bill because the Bill speaks will be here all day. So I want to thank Cordell. I want to thank Senator Cordell. They know she can build chief of staff. I just want to say that. But I have to go for a far from okay. And I want to thank Vito and Susan for putting this together. I am humble and I'm overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. And I want to thank all of your workers and your staff for them making this happen. Because I know how these things happen. They just don't happen. They just don't happen. It takes a lot of work. I also want to thank my family, Perkins family, and the Green family. Because, you know, when you are elected officials, you miss birthdays, you miss anniversaries, you miss those special events because you are out there taking care of the community. So I want to thank you all for that, the family, for understanding. I just saw Kiva, Bill Rogan's daughter is here. So, and the rest of the family, you know, Max is here. George is here. So it takes a village. Also, my family, my mom is in the back. My niece is here. I'm going to try to be very brief because I know we have some other speakers that want to speak and I want to hear them speak. But I think it's important for me to to acknowledge the staff of Councilman Bill Perkins, Linda, Raphael, stand up and see. You know, these things don't happen just because. They don't happen just because. You have to have staff that have your back. You have to have staff that have your back. So, Rosemary, Janice, okay, she's gonna bring them up. Y'all gonna hear from them, but I just want to acknowledge them, and I want to congratulate our living legend, Charlie Rangel, for all the years he's done work. There's nothing else like jazz. What folks have already said about Charlie Rangel. So I just want to thank you, Charlie, for all your work. You're a living, I'm proud to say that I have a living legend in our midst. So thank you. Last but not least, I want to thank the voters of the city and the state of New York. Y'all had it back. Woo! He couldn't have done Obama. He couldn't have done the Central Park 5. He couldn't have done none of that without the support of the city voters and the state voters. So I want to thank you all for having him back, and always sending him back to the Senate and to the council. So thank you. If I left anybody out, I apologize. But y'all said I'll catch you next time. She's gonna let me speak again. And I'd like to thank all the speakers here who spoke on Bill and Congressman Rangel. Thank you very much. I love you. Love you. And that's what it's about, everybody. It's about community. No matter what your ideology is, these are two legends who have served us. I think Charlie Rangel has been my congressman since I've known what a congressperson is. So there will never be another. And as was pointed out, I had the honor of working for Bill Perkins. Never regretted one single day. Could live with myself, was proud to serve, was proud to work for him and work on the great things that he did in this community. The Central Park 5, now the exonerated 5. I see Yusef Salam here, and we're going to hear from him in a little while. But these are not easy decisions when you're in that seat. When you are in that seat, it is not easy. And my personal story about lead poisoning in this city, when people said to him, don't stand up against those landlords. But he did what was right. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot of courage. Our congressman stood up for the draft. The things that we don't necessarily know how they came to be, but they happened because of great people doing great things in the seat that they were in. I'm going to let us move on with the program. We're going to be here a little while, but I see Betty Park over here from Manners, everybody. I want to give a shout out to her for being so generous to this community, not just today, but for years, for decades. She has been serving and feeding us and standing quietly in the background. Come up, Betty, and let people see you. From Manners, everybody. I want to thank Jacobs, Kim. I don't know if they're here, but they're supposed to be here. And I want to thank them for what they've done for our community and providing. Y'all all gonna have some good stuff to eat today. I see Shanti from Community Board 10 in the house. Board 10, everybody. NAACP is here. Yvonne Armstrong. Thank you for being here. I see the Board of Elections in the house. Is that you, Rayvon? All right. We need y'all. Is anybody from King Towers here? Come on, King Towers. Cathedral Parkway. Come on, Schomburg, are you here? All right now. Okay. So we're going to hear from Craig Harris. He was given that excellent introduction earlier while he was in traffic. I don't know if they want to do it again. You want to do it again? I'm out of here. I'll see you.
Coming to the stage in musical tribute is Mr. Craig Harris, accomplished trombonist, composer, and music director, celebrating 50 years as a musician. Residing in Harlem, Craig has toured throughout the world. He started playing with Sun Ra in 1976.
Okay, I'm sorry, folks. You know, there's people that have schedules. Assemblyman Gibbs, hold on a second. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Yes, I am.
I get to introduce myself. I'm C. Virginia Fields, former city council member and former Manhattan Borough president. But more importantly, I am here for both of them, being my congressman. We heard so much and we know and we continue to salute. But I want to say just a few words about Bill, because I probably have known Bill longer than most of you. Bill and I paths crossed in the early 70s when we worked together at the first work release program for prisoners right there on 118th Street. In fact, I was his boss. And so he was something then, just as he continued to be something. Then later in the 70s, under the leadership of Bill Lynch, political guru, and the Amsterdam Democratic Club, where I served as president, wanted someone to run for district leader. And they had talked about this energetic guy here in Central Harlem who was taking care of the community. And it was none other than Bill Perkins. And so we all supported him for his leadership as district leader. And then, of course, as I served my term in city council, he stepped into that space. And we've heard a lot about what he did with lead poisoning, the Rat Academy, but education, housing, and he really set the template that Inez Dickens followed after him, and we just continue to work this community. And when I could no longer run for Manhattan Borough president, he stepped in, was not successful at winning that race, but he went on to become our state senator. So my message is a simple one. Knowing Bill from the early 70s that I just mentioned, and seeing his activism then, his concern for this community, there was never a time when you could call on Bill Perkins and he did not answer. That is the kind of leadership that this community is used to. That is the kind of leadership that Bill Perkins led. And Bill, we are so pleased to be honored in you today. They often say, give one their flowers while they can see them, while they can smell them. Well, Bill and Congressman, we are giving you flowers for all that you have done and how you have set this community on a course that we're on and will continue. Thanks to both of you, and thank you, Bill Perkins.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, Eddie. Eddie, come on. Where's Senator John Lew? Come on, Eddie.
Thank you, Senator Claire. Just like Pam Perkins said, what can I say that hasn't been said already? Absolutely nothing. So let me just do a little house cleaning. First and foremost, I want to say hello to all the district leaders here today, including my colleague Hilda Sellerman, to my senior district leader William Smith, Wilma Brown, Cordell Clare, District Leader Charlie Rangel, District Leader Inez Dickens, and all the other district leaders. It's been an exciting day so far. I am honored and excited to be here with these two iconic gentlemen, one in Congressman Charles Rangel, the other in Senator Bill Perkins. But I want to do a little house cleaning real quick. I want to say and give homage to those who helped me during my transformation and after my transformation. And it all started with Manhattan Borough President C. Virginia Fields, Luther Smith, and Kevin Wadali, who was my mentors. Then I went over to City Council member Phil Reed and Jeff Eaton, who's in the building. Jeff has been a huge mentor to me. Jeff, I thank you for preparing me for today. But more importantly, he's not here right now, but he's been my mentor, my supporter, and a dear friend over the years, and that's our county leader, Keith Wright. Keith Wright gave me the directions, the instructions, the know-how, and he also taught me the mannerism. So I want to thank those three iconic gentlemen. But today's all about my buddy, Bill Perkins. Our guy, Senator Robert Jackson, alluded to, we had the press conference in Schaumburg about the rats. Yes, the rat actually jumped over my foot, and Senator Bill Perkins kicked the rat. I said, "You're very brave, Bill Perkins." And Congressman Charles Rangel, we have history, we go back. Him, I am armor, we've eaten many a times, I've been to the apartments many times. So I just love all iconic elected officials. But I want to end on this note, ladies and gentlemen. We have a sincere, hard-working senator in the 70th, 69th, and the 68th. But I'm proud of my sister, Cordell Clear. Cordell Clear is putting that work in as a fourth still district leader. As my colleague, I watched her work hard with Bill Perkins. She was my inspiration. She inspired me to do a lot of events in East Harlem. So Cordell, I just want to thank you, and thank you. And I have a brother in the Senate as well. He's not African American, but he's Asian, but he could be African American because we gave him a pass, and that's my brother John Liu. So, but there's a competition going on in the Assembly and the Senate.
The mic.
That Australian horn.
So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you, and I'm excited to hear from my brother, Senator John Liu.
John Liu.
Oh, power went out.
The power went out, he's there with us. John, don't go nowhere, John, you're next.
Don't take it personal.
Hold on, excuse me.
How you doing, John? You look good, kid. You look younger, man. I got stress on you.
Huh? I said, I guess I'm doing people that want to give personal tributes to Bill.
One.
I have a step and feet over the other side. I said, I guess I can start doing that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to fix the electricity.
Jimmy Heath's old town. John, come around, let's get a shot with Chris right now.
One.
Come around, go on the other side.
Yeah, someone accidentally kicked the cord out. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually honored to introduce my brother in the Senate, my dear friend over 20 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator John, I'll let Cordell do it.
This is Senator John Liu. He is my colleague in the Senate. Being new there is not easy, but this has been my brother. He's looked out, shown me where to go and what to do, and I listen to him sometimes. But we're going to have him speak shortly. But I want to say we're ready for you to start getting served. We're going to serve these, the family tables. You don't have to get up, but everybody else, we have a lot of great food out here for you today. Please see them over there. They're gonna feed you. But John Liu is a phenomenal senator. He served in the city council. By Bill's side. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he fought this year for our children in the spirit of Robert Jackson, making sure that we get that foundation aid that we need, because we need a social worker in every school. We need a counselor in every school. Act like you hear this. This is the part of the problem. We need these services in our schools, and it is so wonderful to have someone to work with, like John Liu, who understands that's what we're dealing with right now. Even before the pandemic, we needed this in our schools, so we thank him, and we're going to hear words.
Thank you, Senator Clear. Good afternoon, all of them. be very brief because I don't want to be the one standing between you and a terrific meal. I want to thank Cordell for putting this together. What an amazing turnout.
Yeah.
What a fantastic program. These speakers, unbelievable. I want to thank my brother Eddie Gibbs. He is right. I cannot claim to be African American. I am Asian. I've been Asian my whole life. That's what Eddie Gibbs, he wanted to let everybody know. And I didn't know. I want to confirm that. Yes, that's right. But in any event, today is about these two icons, these two lions of Harlem, of New York, of indeed America. So much has been said already. I will simply say to you that many years ago I had the privilege of serving not only as a council member and now as a state senator, but as comptroller of New York City, this great city. I wouldn't have been there if Congressman Rangel had not been with me every single step of the way, from even blazing the trail so that someone like me could get elected to anything here in New York. And so I consider myself a part of the Rangel legacy. And, Bill Perkins, when I first got elected to the city council, I didn't know a whole lot. Bill called me even before I was sworn in. This was in 2001, more than 20 years ago. The councilman at the time, Perkins, told me things that I need to know, things I didn't really want to have to know, but I had to know. And Cordell Clare was right there with him. His chief of staff, passing landmark anti-lead poisoning legislation that saved the lives of countless children and the livelihoods of families. And so this is the legacy that we are continuing to live with. We should never forget that. There's such a great long litany of things that these two giants have done for all of us in New York. And today is a really special moment because, as it's been said before, we don't always get to say thank you to people while they can appreciate our gratitude. Today is just that day. Once again, thank you to Senator Clare for putting this together. God bless everyone.
Thank you. So now, Vito, please introduce the next performer.
Again, this is the third time. Performing in this is Mr. Craig Harris, accomplished trombonist, composer, and music director, celebrating 50 years as a musician. Residing in Harlem, Craig has toured throughout the world. He started playing with Sunray in 1976. He's at the Black Messiah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Harris.
Thank you, Vito. It's good to be here. I'm going to make this real quick. Celebrate my friend, and one of the most beautiful things about Bill Perkins is walking with Martin Luther and with all that stuff going on, he's right there for the people, dealing with this gun violence. He's dealing with this gun violence. So I'm going to play an instrument that's 40,000 years old. This is my new music. This is a healing. 40,000, man. 40,000. And tell me, Cordell, y'all got to stop. You can't stop on this instrument. So when my time is up, just take it away.
Okay. This instrument broke. Yeah, I know it's devil.
Thank you, Chris. What a performance. What's the name of that thing again? Didgeridoo Australia. Down under. Okay, folks, our next performer is Satchmo McMahon. McMahon is here? Here he comes. Okay.
For Craig Harris. Next, we're going to hear from the professor, the Dr. Mujib Satchmo Manan. So while they're coming to the stage, I want to shout out Jeff Eaton, NAACP, Jeff Eaton. We see you back there, Jeff. And former staff, the Congressman Rangel. Thank you, thank you.
Cordell. They haven't been served.
While we're waiting, I'm going to call Yusuf Salam up to give a tribute in words. Let me just wait till he gets to his seat.
Cordell, they haven't been served.
One, two. Peace, family. Harlem in the house?
Yeah!
My name has been mentioned alongside one of the greatest leaders Harlem has known. Bill Perkins came to our assistance from the very beginning when it wasn't popular.
Yep.
My mother was there, and my mom is here. Everybody got to acknowledge my mom too, because listen, I can't do anything without what my mother gave me. My mother reminded me that they needed you to participate in whatever it was that they were trying to do. And because of the malicious actions that the system had sought for us, she told us to refuse. But the beautiful way that Bill Perkins rose to participate, to assist us in ensuring that we had a fair shot. And even after we went to prison, ensuring that we had the opportunity to still succeed. I want to share these words because these words, I think, are greatly stated in honor of my friend Bill. And I'm happy that he's here to hear it and to receive it. As you know, we were once members of the Central Park Five. That moniker was given to us and we didn't accept that moniker because that moniker wasn't a moniker we chose for ourselves. But when They See Us came out, we became known as the Exonerated Five. And I'm happy my mom is right here standing by my side. Because listen, for her to be here, for her to be able to share in this moment, in honoring all that was said today of the two giants in our community, and all of the people that are here to support that effort. I want to remind people that the revolution will not be televised.
Right. Oh, I gotta get that shot.
The revolution will not be televised. I can remember when that statement made me sad inside. Too young to be in it. Now I couldn't even see it. Why? Why couldn't the revolution be televised? The Last Poets, Gil Scott Heron. As I grew up, I began to see. They left theirs, and I too wanted to leave a mark on history. A man in half, and I wanted to bask in that task that set men free. But a revolution, the revolution, is where I knew I had to be. The revolution will not be televised. They didn't want to display the victory of those quote-unquote lesser men. The revolution will not be televised. Smile. I know. Because Bill, you are the revolution.
Well, that was such a beautiful speech, and it's really a very beautiful event today. And it is true that when all of this started, Bill came with elongated grass, an ounce of grass, and they walked with us through this, and so many others joined in that struggle. It was not a very pleasant time to go through these types of activities and experience all of this. But some good stuff came out of it. Because I remember someone telling me at one point that Bill had run for everything, a dog catcher. And he didn't get elected to nothing. But when he joined with us, electricity started to happen. And we had to push him forward. And the next thing you know, he was the city councilman. He was moving up the ladder. And we were moving up too. He was the kind of person who liked to work behind the scenes on certain issues. And I understood that coming from the South because so many of us had to work behind the scenes because those times were not easy. But when he came out into the light and he shined and spoke and did his thing, all that behind the scene came to the forefront. And soon, with all the help and encouragement and stuff that came forward, we were victorious. And in that victory, he was there to share that with us because he was part of the victory. We all needed each other. You cannot walk in this place alone. You need people who are going to go with you. There are some people who will turn their back because they don't have the strength to stand strong, to stand clear, and to give you advice. But with him, he was there. Whether he was in the background or the foreground, he stood strong. And he walked with us, and we thank him for that. We truly do. And we also thank him for spreading his wings to incorporate the community and bringing them and showing them some light and encouragement. I know one of the things he always talked about was rats. He had rats all over the place. Rats coming out of the garbage can. Rats trying to get in the garbage bags. He was full of rats. But you know, the rats got to be up too. So, in all of that, we have to give credit where credit is due. Thank God for those rats. Except for the two-legged ones. Some of them got to go. Right. But thank you so much. Everybody, I see the line has formed for food, but I want us to recognize Bill Perkins' staff. He had a dynamic staff. Sure did. I think I'm the oldest member of his staff, not in years. But I want his staff members to come up. Janice, Rosemary, Kevin, Linda. Come on, if you know you worked for this man. Kim Smith, come on up here. Come on, come all the way up. Y'all gonna come close, but come on.
I want to take a picture.
Linda's going to speak for us. We'll take care of that, Linda. You speak.
Anybody else? Bill Perkins? Even Kanasia worked with us for a little while. Please, it's wonderful. I mean, Bill, so exciting. My government career with Bill started on the M10 bus. It was Christmas, I was shopping, and I had left one of my shopping bags on the bus. And I guess I looked real dejected and everything, upset, you know. And Bill asked me what's going on and how he could help. And he said, let's ride to the end and talk to the bus drivers in the polo grounds where they had to turn around. And he did, and we talked, and of course they didn't find my bag, but he also asked me what was I doing, and he said, you know, come and see me in January. And that was in 2005, December 2005. And he said, come see him in January, and I did, and I met Cordell and Brenda Barrett and Keith Lilly, and it was a wonderful team. Bill went through the Senate. I saw Kai Petaway here earlier. I saw Raphael. So many great people, and it was, Bill gave us the energy. And as some people said, it was an uphill fight because Bill was on the side of the underdogs. He was on the side speaking for the voiceless. He was there if there was an issue that people were not receiving justice, you know, and he would stand there and he would fight on, and we got the strength from Bill. I mean, when your boss is out there, you know, saying yes when everyone else is saying no, and saying no when everybody else is saying yes, that gives you spine. It gives you something in your back to push you out. And I appreciate that in you, Bill. I wasn't always a good speaker. I didn't always like to be in the front, but with you, it was easy. It was easy. It was really easy. And we appreciate you so much. We have a presentation for you. Do you want us to bring it to you, or? Yeah, okay. So, I don't think anyone has seen the top of Bill's head in maybe 35 years. You know, maybe Pam has seen it, but you know, I don't think I've ever seen it. Bill is always stylish with a hat, a cap, just, you know, bow tie, you know, hanging, pocket square, always stylish. And I want to add to that. We all want to add to that style.
Wow. Wow.
For you, Bill, from all of us. From everybody who you trained, cleaned, shared, loved, is from all of us.
Love it. Try it on. Try it on. Look at the people. 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 There you go. Get those pictures, guys. Bill, you wearing that fedora, baby. That's all right. Look at you, Dad. Wow. See how I make that smile come out? That's what I do. Bill, you wearing that fedora, baby. You're looking good in the neighborhood. Yes. Yeah. That's nice. That's my man. And he got his bow tie on too? Uh-oh. Scared of him. Fantastic.
So we, again, on behalf of our Senator Cordell, staff, those of us who worked for Bill in the early years, came to Harlem to work for him as his legislative director at City Hall, and it was, you know, just an amazing opportunity, amazing work, and I thank him so much, and Pam, and God bless, you know, Denny Farrow, who was also instrumental. So we want to thank you so much for the opportunity. I just love all my colleagues who I worked with, Cordell, Rosemary, Keith, and of course the later years, all those of you who work for Bill, but I'm just so grateful for the opportunity and this awesome community. And my son Alexander, who was born in the office, yes. Thank you so much to everybody.
I just want to say to Bill and Pam, thank you for giving this
it's all right.
Young daughter of Dominican immigrants and young mother. Because I was only 20 years old, had a 1-year-old baby, didn't know what to do with my life. An opportunity of a lifetime to learn how to be an advocate, how to speak up for myself. Bill was a mentor and he was a good guy.
Yes.
And what you all did for me is still painful. I cannot say I'm advocating the community that I am without saying thank you. I love you very much. Thank you.
Hi, Bill. I appreciate Bill so much, Pam. I was a tenant organizer at Ennis Francis Houses, and and we were going through so much in 2003. And we knocked on every elected door. Bill Perkins saw from beginning to end that we got what we needed to make sure that our housing conditions were improved. And when we got finished, I was like, I worked in corporate America. I was like, I want to work for Bill Perkins. And I want to thank God for Keith Williams. I called Keith, I was like, do you think you can get me a meeting with Bill Perkins because I want to work for Bill Perkins? So he was like, I'll try. I'll never forget. I went down to City Hall. I was like, sir, I would like to work with you. He was like, you don't have no experience. You made history and I will organize it. What are you talking about? He looked at me, he was like, going downstairs and fill out the work. Fill out the paperwork to work. And working for him as his housing coordinator, I learned so much. But the main thing that I learned was you follow up. You handle the community the way you would handle your own family. And that type of activism, not being afraid. And when we came up against brick walls, working for him, he would just be like, you get to Cordell, and you get to me. And they really showed us Cordell, they're part of it, because she was an excellent chief of staff. Like, they really taught us how to advocate, not to be afraid, but keep persevering until you get the result that you need. So I just want to say thank you, Cordell, thank you, Bill, thank you, Pam, and blessing my son eventually started working for Bill. Taj Berrien is my son, so I worked with Bill his first go-round. Everybody thought Taj was her son, but Taj Berrien, my son, he learned so much. And he loved Bill and Pam. I mean, he loved you guys, and he loves you as well. So I just wanted to say thank you.
So Kevin, come and stand over here with me because I'm listening to everybody here today, right? There's people who go after the Ivy League, most likely to succeed, with great pedigrees. Yes, yes. Not Bill Perkins. He saw a different pedigree. He saw people who were maybe not so ready, but they were willing to stand the course, and they deserved a chance. They deserved an opportunity. And because of his excellent leadership, his commitment and dedication to this community, we were all able to flourish. We could come to work and know that we were working on behalf of this community without compromise, without apology. We had someone who we could look at and model ourselves after. I start the story with Pam, and I see Curtis all up. It's almost like the old days again. And here I was being interviewed and saying, well, I don't know. I don't even like it. I would never. And, you know, he said, well, why don't you just try it? This is Curtis now. Listen to the trickery. Why don't you just try it part-time and see how that works? Now, anybody that knows anything about government knows there is no such thing as part-time, okay? And, of course, I took him up on it, and as he knew, as Pam knew, I got hooked. And I got hooked because there was a leader in Bill Perkins. And I'm not going to say much more, but I'm going to say this to you. I worked for this man for almost 19 years. And I'm the senator today. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So you take that back with you. This is the legacy that he leaves. Yes. And not many people can say that. And that's the greatest thing to do in leadership. Yes. Is to be able to have people work for you and then come and represent the community the way Bill Perkins did. Yes. So I thank him, Pam, I thank you for that opportunity. We are forever a family. Always. In so many ways. We can't do anything about it. I love you both. And I look forward to continuing the leadership that this community deserves. Thank you. You know, I brought Kevin up here with me. It's another level, you understand? Kevin was a young man who came out of Schaumburg. Okay? He didn't go after the other people. He saw it in Kevin. And said, come on board. Come on board. And people criticize and they talk about you, oh well, yeah, that person might not have went to this college or went to that school, or yeah, they might have had this experience in their past. But Bill he didn't care. It didn't matter because he saw the best in people. And that's what it's about, everybody. These are not about positions. We are community servants. And if we're not pulling up the other people around us, then we should not be here. And that's what Bill Perkins did. That's what I'll continue to do. Kevin, we love you. You had the best senior event ever. Thank you so much. Francine James, you're the best, girl. Let me tell you, that's the only thing. I couldn't run no marathons with you.
I tried to train with him, but it didn't.
No. We can't do everything, Bill Perkins. So anyway, enjoy your meal. We're going to have some great music today. This is a band that I know Bill Perkins loves. I can't wait to hear from them. You ready? Come on, Doctor. I like the blue one.
Take my advice. Yeah, you put the green back, put the blue back on. Blue back's out.
Yeah. We're gonna take your phone.
Yeah, that's what he just said too. He was just
made by our creators like a symphony. One of us has a special note of appreciation. And we dedicate this music today to the noteworthy lives of Bill Perkins and our Congressman Rangel. And this is one of the songs that we all love because we are praising the Creator and creating such a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I say to myself, Shabba Dubba Zep. What a wonderful world. I'm looking deep to the world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, that bright, blessed day, and that dark, sacred night, yeah. And I say to myself, Shabba Dubba Zep. What a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are on folks' faces I see walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Oh, yeah, they just say, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. Them tiny tots are gonna learn what I don't ever know. And I say to myself, What a wonderful, wonderful world. Shop at the 50 bubble, set the boobies up there,
One of the most important political figures in the history of Harlem. And everybody should know. I mean, you in there with the Adams and the Basil, you are a Harlem legend. I can't say enough about it. It's very honored.
Legendary on piano. Let's hear it for him. Legendary. Nova Elias on the bass. Hold it. All right. Hold it. Mr. Larry Johnson on the drum. The colors. Oh, rainbow. So pretty in the sky. On folks' faces. I see walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how you do? Yeah, you know, they just saying, I love you. Oh, I hear the babies cry.
Hey, yeah.
I watch them go. Little folks who don't know.
All right.
When old folks will never know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful, wonderful world. Some of the people bubbles that do say. And I say to myself, shabba-doo-dee-da. It's a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. One, two, three. He gets too hungry to wait for dinner at 8. He loves the Yankees, and the cat's never late. He never ever stand up a date. That's why the gentleman, he's a bum. Doesn't like crap games. I throw the dice. Well, he won't play that game. He thinks it's not so nice. Did he love you? Yeah. Or leave you on ice. That's why the gentleman, he's a bum. He likes the free, fresh West Harlem air. Running marathons, it's fair. Could be broke, but it's hope. It's California. It's going well. That's why the gentleman is a bum. It's the wing play. Yeah, like the fresh West Harlem, yeah. Sophie's restaurant, the fine fair. Why he's broke. It's California, yeah. What's the beat? Yeah.
How you doing, sir? All right.
I just have to make a quick announcement. Someone in a burgundy infinity, a brown infinity, you're blocking somebody in. Somebody with the brown infinity right here, double parked, he's blocked in, he's trying to get out.
He's on parole.
All right, thank you so much. I'm doing good, thank you. Manhattan Borough President, Mark McBean, can you just come up and say a couple words? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Claire. I'm here for one reason, really for one person. The amazing Bill Perkins, who is got a legacy that will be part of the history of Harlem, of New York City, of progressive politics. You cannot talk about the last 50 years in New York City politics without talking about the impact of the great Bill Perkins. He has been a friend to me, a supporter, someone I have learned a great deal from. His amazing wife, Pam, is a dear friend. Can you all join me once again in giving a rousing round of applause for the great Bill Perkins? Thank you so much. Bill, we support you, we admire you, and we love you, now and forever. Thank you so much, everybody.
Look this way, family. Bam.
Thank you. Back to you, Doctor.
No doubt. I'm not the team. I'm talking on you. Nice. So let's so now. The north. Well, and south. Yeah. I love to have at home. No, mama. I love. All right, there we go. Very so why not like Elizabeth? It's your brother, Jenny Builder, because I like home.
Great team. And love the job. Non-stop. My 7 events. All done good. But it's all good. We got it.
I'm waiting on Veronica to come with a ride.
I'm doing excellent. Yourself?
I mean, if Eric shows up, I'll just stand up. Not a big deal.
How's this like? All of you. I love all of you.
You know the name of this group? Oh, by the way, when you get an opportunity, go see Women King.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. As a matter of fact, I saw a scene in there based on a conversation you and I had.
Oh, really? Wait.
This guy wanted to give his daughter to this guy who was old and argumentative. And he slapped her because he ordered her to do something and she didn't move fast enough. And I remember what you were telling me about the violence. So because she was a good warrior, she slapped the hell out of him and knocked him down. So I thought about our conversation.
In this world,
What are you doing now?
of ordinary people, extraordinary people. I'm so glad there's you. Oh yeah. In this world,
All right. There
Sir! Oh, no, not you. Go ahead. Sir!
I love to live.
I remember you.
I remember
I'm so sorry.
with you beside me. Top of the things that I'm
Africa in Harlem.
Africa in Harlem. I'm going to give you my card. I'm
This love so
executive director for the center. And I think we sent you stuff and we were trying to teach you differently. They have
you guys.
I was in Senegal. I came back Sunday.
Right. I think we called you and I think it's fine.
In this world, where so many.
Yeah, I'm on like 115th Street, so I just got to walk one block. Okay, all right.
Any folks, they love. I'm so glad that you.
All right, you eat like a little bird.
I'm so mad. I love to live. We live to love. With you beside me. Oh yeah.
got an amateur using a phone.
I know with you.
Talk to me.
Will follow through with God to guide, not to guide me.
She works in this world. That's a shot with some emotion.
Where so many folks.
I'm all the way back here with this lens. I don't miss anything. I like you in London. I like you in London.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's what my friends
I'm
asked
so
me to
glad.
take pictures to show them what it look
I'm
like.
so
I
glad.
hate it. But I heard it.
Well, then you know.
I'm sorry?
The chair for her.
I'm so glad
She's good.
you.
I love this lens. I got this lens during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah?
From Japan. I ordered 4, and 3 months later they kept giving me apologies that because of the pandemic they had problems with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the next thing you know, I received the lens, and they never took the payment on the credit card. They left it there. They said, it's a gift. We apologize for the delay. I was very happy. And now this lens is outrageously expensive. Then it wasn't.
Is it over? Hello. How are you? Oh, it's so good to see you.
When all of the world is for my heart over the highest hill, call to mind the loved one, there is not for me. They heard my song, love bedroom, so near, yet we're so far apart. Bring her back to my lonely heart. Go to my loved one, yelling laughter and sing. When you're in love, love is forever away.
Let me get someone.
Slow as hell, but like everything else was like.
The Harlem Honors.
Funny question. You have production people that do streaming, video, and photography, all the above?
Give it up, give it up. Yeah. Yeah.
Videotape.
All right, everybody, give it up for Dr. Mujib Manan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Renaissance 2.0. You know, this is community, everybody. A lot of people, you know, if Dr. Manan looks familiar to you, he was a professor at the College of New Rochelle. Yeah, he taught a lot of people. And Mary said he didn't get her A, Dr. Manan. Complain about it today. He said you get it now. Listen, folks, I want to take a moment just to remind you that tomorrow is the 53rd annual African American Day Parade. This is the first time we're having a parade in person in 3 years. We want you to come out. Make sure you tell everybody it's in person tomorrow on 7th Avenue. Come out and enjoy the parade. It's our culture. It means so much. And you need to preserve it. The parade starts at 1, but don't you get there at 1. You won't be able to see. You better get there early with your chair somewhere. There's also a breakfast, and we're also, for the first time, we're going to be having an outdoor service at 11 o'clock on the parade route, which is at 116th Street, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. The Black Church is a big part of our Black history. We have to make sure that we always include it and involve it. So it's going to be nice. Come on out tomorrow. So we got another tribute that we want to hear from a beautiful young man. First of all, let me just say, give it up for Harlem Honors, y'all. And if you don't have one of those stylish shirts that they're wearing, don't miss out. You better get up right now, because they're hot. Don't miss it, all right? Look at this. Look. Come on now. Miss it. All right. Harlem Honors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't miss it. Give it up for Halloween, y'all. Halloween, everybody. Come on. Harlem Honors in this.
Let me give a fashion show. Is this a fact?
You get one of these. Want you a Halloween shirt? Kids shirts. Community. Halloween, everybody. Give it up. Halloween, you don't know. All right. I'm going to call up this young man to the stage. 3-time Apollo finalist, everybody. 3 times. And you know, he really made it, because then it was a tie at the last one. And you know, one little extra person ran in there and clapped. You know, so he missed it by this much. But he was a real winner. He's always been a winner. This is one of our young people, y'all. We gotta support them. We are quick to talk about when they're not doing right and when they're doing wrong. And this young man, his career, and he's really good at it. We love him. Des, turn up.
I'm gonna do this one acapella. Which I was from more old school.
Oh my God.
My love has come along, and my lonely days are over, and life is mine laugh. Ooh, baby, the skies up above are blue. My heart was brighter in covered. The night I looked at you, oh, see, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I on my own. See, I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Whoa, you smiled. Oh, and then the spell was cast. And here we are in heaven. For you were mine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Des Turner, and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, give it up for Des. I see Aisha say cool and street corner resources. No violence here today. Just love. Thank you, young people. Thank you for what you do.
P-Rock is in the building.
slept through. Time's up, I'm sorry I can't. Negative bitch, you keep repeating bliss. The vibe from the microphone solo with soon. Sit by the radio and on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Switch the speaker till you hear it blow. Then I plug in a headphone, I say we go. It's a word, when it's under control. The body will dance. So, not take so like a window. Which is a reflex and let it work. This is playing, you can't get stuck with the steps, so to say that I'ma still come up with. Swift, follow the leader, dance with the record down the next a long time. If you don't, then only I can do it. But those that can dance and clap their hands to it. I start to think, and then I sink into the pit. Stand when I'm bragging, I'm trapped in between the line. I say, when I finish the rhyme, I got soul.
First, I know. We're gonna put it back on. Say to Rangel, please come to the front. I'm looking for you. I got that shot set up that you wanted. Oh, there you go. Okay. And then I want to make an announcement. Everybody, you see this beautiful park right here, Morningside Park? I don't think there's another legislator alive who's done more for this park than Bill Perkins. Hey! All that you see. He put money in years ago when nobody wanted to be here and made this park look beautiful today the way it is, and it's just so ironic that we're here today celebrating him. And on that note, I want to let you know there's going to be a big Morningside Park festival next Saturday from 12 to 6. Come on out, bring the family. It's a fun time, it's a fun event. Enjoy this park. You know, there was a time when we wouldn't want to go in Morningside Park, but now it's beautiful, and we want you to enjoy it too. So make sure that y'all come and join us back here. I think it's Common Ground, if I'm not mistaken. They're having their festival on next Saturday. Come out and enjoy the park. Stay tuned, stay there. I got everything. There you go. Okay, Bunny, come on.
See those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see them, come on. Let me see those hands, let me see those hands. And you all know, let's go, we go. Let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see them, come on. Let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see them, come on. Let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see them, come on. Let me see those hands, come on, come on. Hold on. Let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands. get down. I'm not internationally